So we actually met on Snapchat in July of 2024, and we didn't meet IRL until December of 2024. I haven't seen my husband in almost 2 years, so I'm just gonna go where he's at because he can't come to where I'm at. I'm an American moving to Afghanistan, and these are all the gifts that I got from my husband's family.
Imagine leaving everything behind. Your friends, your family, basically your whole life. And not for a new job, not for an exciting opportunity, but for a person you've barely met in real life. Now, imagine that destination isn't London, New York, or Amsterdam. It's Afghanistan, a country where the women face some of the strictest restrictions on the planet. But you still decide it's worth the risk. All because of a conversation that started on Snapchat. So stop what you're doing because we are about to get into one of the craziest love stories I've heard of in a while. And don't forget to subscribe because you're gonna want to stay here for this. This is Alex, an American woman who's also a truck driver, and now she's planning to pack up her whole life and move to Afghanistan for a man she met once. Do I need to mention they met on Snapchat?
I get asked this question all the time, so I figured I would reply with a video. So we actually met on Snapchat in July of 2024, and we didn't meet IRL until December of 2024. So at first I wasn't actually looking for a relationship, but we exchanged WhatsApp numbers anyways. I'm a truck driver, so of course I could yap all day long, and he was just really somebody that was easy to talk to. When I say talk, I mean we talked for 12 to 15 hours a day, like probably even more than that. So even though we had only been talking for around 5 to 6 months before we met IRL, it felt like I was not meeting a stranger, honestly, because we had spent so much time getting to know each other over the phone through conversation that I felt like I knew him forever when I met him.
So according to her, they started talking in July of 2024. And when I say talking, I mean talking 12 to 15 hours a day. That's a little bit insane to me. And then they met in person around 5 months after, and they got married. So basically, she doesn't know this man. They've only met once for a couple of weeks. She then goes on to say that they have been long distance for 2 years, which means that she's only seen him once in 2 years. Of course, this just screams disaster in the making. Like, navigating a relationship is already hard enough, but to put the long distance and the huge cultural difference onto that, that's almost impossible. So, now that you heard all this, pop quiz. What do you think you'd do next? Option A, meet him a few more times in person before making any big decisions. Option B, compromise and move somewhere that's not Afghanistan. Or option C, pack your bags and move to Afghanistan. If you chose C, congratulations, because that's exactly what she did. So in the same TikTok I showed you, she also goes on to talk about why she looked for love outside of the US.
I think more women in the US should get out of the box and date more men outside the US, marry more men outside the US, whatever you want to do. Because men, I feel like they're just not it. Like, here in the US, the red pill content, the 50-50, like, I just could never understand that. And I feel that men that are like from other countries, they've been raised with different values around family, partnership.
For me, this is where the commentary kind of gets really bad. I mean, it was bad already, but this is really questionable. Listen, I understand the feeling of being done with dating and wanting different values, but the different values she's signing up for is the mistreatment of women. That's really not a solution for this. And you might be thinking, before you move to a country, you do a lot of research. She does know the state of women's rights in Afghanistan, right? I would hope so too, but from what I've seen, that's not the case. If you don't know, women in Afghanistan basically have little to no rights. She will not be able to adapt, and she'll 100% regret that decision. And when she does, she will just be stuck. Because in Afghanistan, there is no physical US embassy, so it'll be really hard for her to get out. Another thing that she didn't seem to have thought about is that there's no birth control in Afghanistan. It's banned. Birth control medicine and devices are both strictly regulated. So what will happen is that she will most likely get pregnant, and it is 1,000 times harder to escape with a child. She just seems to be completely unaware of things that are going to happen to her. Afghanistan has had issues with violence against women for years now. Women don't have access to education, healthcare, or even public spaces. And this information is easily available on Google with just a quick search, which just leads me to believe that her videos are either really ignorant or just straight up rage bait. And of course, people in the comments are screaming at her to not get on that plane. How did she respond to all these people trying to warn her? She moved her flight closer. She was originally scheduled to go see her husband mid-August. After her video went viral, instead of canceling, she just moved her flight up because she misses him so much. The absolute confidence she has putting all these videos up online with all of these people hating on her. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought this was a social experiment, but we'll get into why I think it's not. But first, let's see what preparation she has been doing for her big move. She posted a gift haul with stuff that she's going to bring her new in-laws, specifically stuff for the children.
I'm an American moving to Afghanistan, and this is part 2 of all of the things I got as gifts for my husband's family. This is all for the kids. So first off, I got this like coloring book. I thought it was really cute for the girls. It has stickers where you can decorate the pages and color them, and stencils and stuff built in. And then I got a Spider-Man book for the boys, just a regular coloring book. So I also got some coloring pencils, of course, to go with that, some crayons, and some pencil sharpeners that I thought were cute. I also got some puzzles. I got a 48-piece Toy Story, 350-piece Cottage, 500-piece Colorful Buildings. I tried to get a bunch of puzzles that would be different sizes. I'm not really sure if water balloon fights like are a thing in Afghanistan, but I just saw these and I thought, you know, who doesn't love a good water balloon fight?
This is like completely disconnected from reality. I hope I'm not the only one who thinks that. Like, it looks like she has genuinely good intentions, but watching someone pack Crayolas and water balloons to gift to children in a country that's so politically unstable is just weird. And can we please talk about how she's bringing a little girl who's probably not ever going to be able to choose her clothes freely? A sticker book centered around Western uncovered fashion. That is just twisted on so many levels. Like, yeah, it is just a harmless toy, but it just shows that she hasn't fully understood what she's getting herself into. This girl is bringing water balloons to a country who's been fighting droughts for years. The idea of using clean water to put in plastic and then throw at each other when these people don't have enough water to survive is just the most privileged thing I've ever heard. I truly don't think this girl is trying to be malicious. She's just unaware and is walking into a fantasy world. And now, for the part that made me think, wow, this really isn't rage bait, this is real. She responded to the people telling her not to go. Of course, classic black screen with text response after getting backlash. It's really long, you can pause to read if you want, but I'll give you a TLDR after. Basically, after the massive public outrage, she dropped this 4-page statement addressing everything and, of course, defending her marriage, while also announcing that she will be stepping back from social media for her own well-being. Are we surprised? Absolutely not. In the first slide, she explains that both her and her husband are Muslim and that it's normal for them to get married the first time they see each other, and we just wouldn't get it. So she's just framing everyone's concerns as, you're not Muslim, you wouldn't understand. Next, she says that her account's point is to share her journey and not go into politics. But girl, if you're moving to the country with probably the most geopolitical issues in the world, that automatically becomes part of your journey. You can't just ignore the elephant in the room. The internet simply doesn't work like that. You can't just tell millions of people, oh guys, ignore the politics side, this is just a vlog about my life, when the country you're moving to is Afghanistan. Then comes the part that raises most eyebrows for me, her anecdotal evidence. She says that her husband's family goes to a newly opened women's gym, isn't required to wear a burqa, just a hijab, and that most of them wear makeup on a daily basis. So basically, she's just saying, oh, the women I know are fine, so you all must be wrong. This really does not prove anything to me. Is going to a women's gym supposed to be revolutionary? Yes, guys, I'm not oppressed. I can go to a women's only gym and only have to wear a hijab to not be beaten on the street. Anyway, clearly she has understood nothing from what people were trying to tell her. And apparently, allegedly, her mother also took it to Facebook to defend her, so clearly they all think the same way in her family, so good luck. I'm not going to get into that because I haven't seen the mom's original posts, so I can't really draw any conclusions. Anyway, I'm really trying to feel bad for her, but I just can't because she's been warned. It's up to her to take the advice or not. She's been treating this country with severe real issues like a lifestyle vlog, while ignoring every issue brought to her attention. So I just think whatever comes out of it is 100% on her at this point. But I do genuinely hope she ends up listening to the people and finds the love that she desires, just in another place. That's all I'm going to talk about today. Let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe. Bye bye.